Hi everyone! So we made it, we're out of quarantine now. I was going to start vlogging on our first day, but it's been absolutely hectic. So this is now Monday. So this is like our first day non-weekend that we're out and about. So I thought I'd show you where we are. So as you can see, very snowy around where we are at the moment. We're now in a place called Innisfil, which is by Barrie, which is part of the snow belt in Canada. So outside at the house at the moment, and Taylor's out here. He's made some friends already. I'll show you him now. So this is Taylor enjoying the snow. He's got his snow shovel. He's been working hard, so one of his jobs is to shovel the driveway, so he's been doing this. We have to have the driveway shoveled, make sure it's clear for most days. This is his friend Josh. Say hi, Josh.
Hi.
He's the next door neighbour, and since we've been here, Taylor has literally just spent all day every day out in the snow, shoveling, sledding. He's having the time of his life. So this is the back garden, obviously covered in snow. Barbecue, we won't be needing that yet. Hot tub, I've been in there once, Taylor's been in there twice. Hopefully I'll have time to get in there later. It's a large garden here. Down the end of the garden there's the swimming pool, which will open in May, and a tiki bar, which will be absolutely lush in the summer. So I'm sure you'll be all looking forward to watching me making cocktails in the summer. So going inside the house, this is where I'll show you our living quarters. So this is our living room. This is our new TV that we bought, so we had to get TVs here. This TV's in Canada, amazing price. So this was a brand new 58-inch 4K smart TV, and we paid brand new 400 Canadian dollars for it. So I don't know, about 200 English pounds, something like that. We are going to get it wall mounted, so I think that will be happening today. This is the front room, and this was what was waiting for us in the window of the house when we arrived. Amazing, love it. This is our little dining area. Kitchen, there's my cousin Jeanette. Hi Jeanette! And our kitchen area. And then I won't show you our new bathroom just yet, because I think Scott is having a shower. Oh no, he's out. This is our bedroom. So we had the new bed delivered on Saturday. So I think you'll remember from my last video, we got the bed from Mike the mattress guy. So it's a queen bed frame with a luxury mattress, and that bed cost us $840. You guys will have to do the conversions to pounds, but I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then again, fabulous quality TV. So we had a 43-inch, again 4K smart TV from Walmart that we bought yesterday, and that cost 159 Canadian dollars. Now that, I don't think you'd ever get anything like that in Asda. Then we have our walk-in wardrobe or walk-in closet, which is really handy. And this is our lovely new bathroom that all of the family have been here helping sort out. We're just going to paint this beige black splash white, but the rest of it is all lovely. So for those of you that have just tuned in, my name's Kat Sharp. Myself, my husband and my son have recently moved from the UK to Canada. We have just completed our first 2 weeks of mandatory quarantine, which was tough. And then on Friday, just gone, we had to go and do our COVID testing. If you watched my last video, even though we were negative COVID tested before we came out, the school board out here wanted us all to get COVID tested again in Canada. So on Friday, we went down to Barrie Testing Centre and had our COVID tests. Now, they are worse than England. Well, maybe worse than England. I don't know how England are doing them now, but they were literally touching our brain with that stick and holding the back of your head while they do it. It was really, really uncomfortable. But the good news is we've already got our negative results. They took 2 days tops to come back to us. So we're all set and registered for Taylor's school. Now, he's not started yet. I'm waiting for the school to contact me. And they are still doing remote learning at the moment. So we're hoping that as of February the 10th, he can actually go into school and start making some friends. So we went down to the post office today. I posted Taylor's passport back to England to do his passport renewal. That was really quite a good price. So I paid, I think it was $6 for the padded envelope and for international postage, which they said would probably take about 10 days to get there, but that's fine. $6 is nothing really. The next thing was that in our mailbox, our SIN number has come for both me and Scott. So I applied on the first day of quarantine, I think online for the government of Canada, and that's now come. So it wasn't too much of a wait time. That's already here. The next thing that we have done since being here at the house is go to Walmart. Now Walmart. I don't want to go there again for quite a long time because I've spent the last 2 days in there getting organised and getting everything sorted. Because of lockdown, there's not really anywhere open other than Walmart and places like that to do your in-store shopping. Everything else is curbside pickup. And like I explained before, without a Canadian bank account, I can't order anything. So in-store shopping was the way that we had to do it. So in the last 2 days, we've spent about 1,700 Canadian dollars in Walmart. They must love us. But we have got a lot of stuff for that. So for our new bed, we needed to get pillows and duvet. So the pillows, compared to England, they've got a much better selection of pillows out here. And they're good quality, and they have different options than they do in the UK. In the UK, you just go and get a pillow. Here, you are looking at pillows for side sleepers, back sleepers, stomach sleepers. So whatever position you lie, there's a pillow for it. I can't even remember what pillows we've got, probably side sleepers, but they're lovely. So we've got 2 big comfy pillows for us, and then duvet. So that was the next thing that we wanted. So in England, we always have a nice duvet. So we got a feather and down duvet. However, it's quite hard to find a duvet here. So they do, all of their bedding is done differently to the UK. So when I was looking, everything, pretty much the whole selection was something called bed in a bag. So you have what's called a comforter, which is kind of like a thinner duvet, like between a blanket and a duvet, but it's already pre-printed in whatever design you're wanting for your bedspread. So bed in a bag, it was not something that I wanted because I wanted to get the duvet and then the duvet cover. So we bought the duvet and then struggled to find a duvet cover set because they were all these bed in a bag, but we didn't want that. We wanted something to put over the top of a duvet that we'd bought. So I managed to get one, but there was very, very limited choice. So after speaking to my cousin, she has said that if I go online, then I can look at other options and go to Wayfair and get something like that. But if you're going around the shops, you won't find very many duvet covers. It's mainly this thing called bed in a bag. The other thing that we bought while we were there were hair straighteners for me. Obviously, I've curled my hair. I've bought a make called Conair. I had no idea what I was getting. Obviously, they didn't have GHDs, so I bought what looked like a pretty hair straightener. Now, it's not the same as UK, so I found that when I was putting it on my hair, it was kind of sticking more rather than sliding. Now, that might just be because it's new, so maybe I'll work into it, or maybe I'll find that that's not the best straightener for me and I need to get another one, but it will do for now. And that was like $30, so it wasn't a lot of money. I bought a hairdryer, a Revlon hairdryer, which is fine. And then I bought some hair clippers, like a hair clipper set, because it's lockdown, so I'm going to have to be giving lockdown haircuts out. What else did we get? Frying pans. Obviously, as you saw my last video, Scott loves to cook, so we had to get him his own frying pans. Even though my cousin's got frying pans, Scott is very particular and wants to have his own. So he bought frying pans and then a set of knives and a knife sharpener, an iron. We got a shoe rack for our closet. We got scatter cushions for the bed, picture frames, throw, coffee table. So we did get them, and there was more. There was a lot more. So we did get a lot for our money. The next thing that we've got to sort out is our bank account. So I didn't vlog on the last day coming out of quarantine, and I wanted to, but I was so stressed. So one thing, I think I told you guys that I was having issues with bank accounts and I couldn't buy things out here. So I have found a car that I want from Barry Ford. Now I wanted a big car out here for Simba, so I have chosen a GMC Terrain, which is a nice big SUV. I've agreed to have it, and they've been really lovely, and they've held it for me because I couldn't get it, they couldn't register it to me until I had a Canadian driving license, which is something that I'm sorting today because they can't plate it until I've got the Canadian driving license. So they've held it all of this time. And then he said, would you be able to transfer the money to secure the car? And I said, yeah, no problem. So I'm currently with HSBC in the UK. So I went online and found that the conversion rate, if I'm paying abroad, was quite high. So I found a company called TransferWise, which have a much better exchange rate. You send them the money, they send it to the company in Canadian dollars. So I set that all up, went to make the payment to TransferWise from my HSBC account, and all of a sudden I had a thing ping up on my phone to say that the money has been reversed. I then went to log on to my online banking, and it said that my account's been suspended due to fraudulent activity, and please contact this number. Now, as think I've said, because I don't have a bank account, I don't have a Canadian phone. Now, Scott had a Bell SIM card, which he bought before we left the UK, which is a pay-as-you-go contract, which he's been using out here. We tried to call England from that phone and it doesn't work. So he phoned up Bell, and they've said that because it's a pay-as-you-go contract and not a pay monthly contract, he can't access international calls. So he asked how to do that, and again, he needs a bank account. So I was then absolutely stuck. So I've got all of this money in HSBC that I can't access because they've stopped my account. I can't contact them, so I looked at another way to contact them, and it said, go online and chat with us. But in order to chat, you have to log in, and I couldn't log in, so I was so stressed. So then I went onto my Starling bank account, which is another bank that I've got, and they also wouldn't let me transfer my money to TransferWise. I'm like, it's my money, people. Let me spend my money, but I couldn't. So then we had to wait until we were out of quarantine and at my cousin's, and lovely as she is, she let me borrow her mobile phone to call the UK. And I was about half an hour on the phone to HSBC getting my account unlocked. So I don't know how much that's going to cost, but I said that I would reimburse her. So I'll let you know when that comes through how much I had to pay to call the UK from Canada. So today, our plan for the rest of the day, we're now about to go to the Service Ontario, the drive test centre, to try and exchange our UK driving licence for the Canadian Ontario driving license. So I will take a video of us going there, but I probably won't be able to take a video inside. When I come out, I'll let you guys know how that went and how the process was. We're also going to go to the bank, the CIBC, for me to show my passport and proof of address so that they can give me my bank card, and finally I can have a Canadian bank account and I can start buying things, sorting out my phone and everything like that. The final thing that I wanted to just share with you is I've had so many lovely messages from loads of you out there watching the videos, saying how you're finding these videos helpful, but also you've got questions. So I'm just going to check my questions so that I can answer you. So I've had some questions about Simba. So just to update everybody, Simba is now booked and he is flying out here on the 2nd of February. So he's flying with BA. I used a company called AirPets. It cost me £2,230. They will pick him up from my parents' house on the 1st of February, take him to their accommodation next to Heathrow, and then he will stay the night there. They'll feed him, take him for his walk around the field. He can do the toilet and everything. They'll get him sorted out for his flight. And then I have had a phone call from British Airways at the airport. They phoned me just to double check that I was happy to have him. I was like, no, you can keep him. No, I'm only joking. I said, yes, of course. I can't wait to get him. So I can't remember quite how much they said that it was going to be to collect him, because you have to pay a customs fee. I think it was like $100 and something, but I will confirm that to everyone once I go and collect him, and I'll do a little video of me getting Simba. The next question was, how am I surviving now that I'm a student out here? So it's early days at the moment. So we come over with money because we've sold our house in the UK. Now that money I don't really want to touch, because that money needs to then go to a deposit for another house when we find a house that we want to buy out here. So I'm very cautious of trying not to spend too much money, but at the same time getting by. So we did save, I think we saved about 4,000 or more before we come out, as like money just to get us by the first bit until Scott gets himself a job. So Scott has got an interview this Wednesday for the prison service out here. He's then got his security guard license training coming up this week, and also what they call it's a FitCo, which is like the fitness training to get into the prisons out here. So this is all something that's set up, and he's applied for lots of jobs security wise, but it's all waiting on him getting these little bits in order, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll get into a job. Somebody's asked me what size house am I looking to buy eventually? Well, obviously a mansion. No, in all reality, I would just like to have a 3+ bedroom house out here. I would love to have a swimming pool, or have like a garden big enough to put a swimming pool, but we'll just have to see what comes up. And I definitely want a basement, so that we've got that extra bit of space for when family, friends and everything come over, and we've got hosting space. Next question was, have we got a shipping container coming over? Now, I think I said on my first video, we have literally sold everything that we owned in the UK, everything, and we come out to Canada with 2 suitcases each. Now that's it. I don't have anything coming over, because I looked into the costs of shipping containers, and the cheapest one I could find was about $2,500 to ship stuff over. And then I thought, I'm going to be in quarantine. We don't have a house out here as such to move into. My cousin's place already has furniture, so we'd have to put that in storage out here. And it just seemed a lot of money when we may as well just sell that. We sold it all on Facebook Marketplace, and then took that money with us as sort of spending money, because then we'll just buy new furniture out here when we're ready. The last question that I had was people asking me how much the Airbnb costs out here. So the 2 weeks for the Airbnb that we stayed in, which as you all saw, and it was beautiful, that cost £930, not Canadian dollars. That was £930. Now, it was quite similar to pretty much everything that I looked at. It wasn't expensive. There wasn't a lot cheaper. The only things that I found cheaper were 1-bedrooms or places that didn't have a garden. And as you know, I have a 9-year-old Taylor, and being with Taylor in a place without a garden and stuck in a room would have just killed us. So we are very grateful for having that. And £930, although it sounds a lot, that was 2 weeks of just nice relaxation for us before we get into the swing of it. Now, my college course, somebody else has asked me, is it online? Yes, it is. So all my courses are online at the moment. Some of them, there's only a couple of days where I actually have to be sat at the computer for a specific time, and it's delivered via like a Zoom call, but it's WebEx that they use out here, or Microsoft Teams. But I think it's only Tuesdays and Fridays that happens. The others, I do it all in my own time, and then have to upload so that they know that I'm doing the work. Now, this was supposed to be until April, but I've been told that it's now going to be online until September. So it is going to be a bit of a wait, and COVID is literally just ruining everything for everyone. Okay, so I was going to show everyone about the process of us going to Service Ontario and show you us in the car, but as with everything in my life, it just doesn't seem to fall into place just quite how I expect that it would. And if you continue watching the videos, I'm sure that you will find out that this is what happens with me, and you're watching a completely real version of moving to Canada, and not the, oh my God, life is amazing and everything works out lovely and it's all flowers and rainbows. That doesn't happen with me. I love it here, don't get me wrong, but life is hard, and things like there's always obstacles whenever I'm doing anything. So we went to Service Ontario. We drove down to the one in Barrie next to the waterfront. We got there, we went to the front door. They opened the door, come out and said, do I have an appointment? And I said, well, no, because it says walk-in only. And they said, oh no, because of COVID, we're now doing appointments. So we then had to leave there because I needed to get this the driving license sorted so I could get my car sorted. So we then Googled and found the next Service Ontario, which was at the Bayfield Mall. So we drove down to that one. We queued up for quite a while, got to the front of the queue, and then explained what we needed, and then they said that we can't help you here, you need to go to the drive test centre. By that time I'm like, oh, because when you're driving around in Canada, it's not like in the UK, or we'll just drive around the corner, that it's longer roads and it takes longer to get to places. So we then drive to the drive test centre, and again, obviously, big queue. So we're in this drive test centre, and it's just my luck that I get this lady, and don't get me wrong, she's lovely, like all of the Canadians are lovely. However, it took her three times of taking my picture and trying to put my name on a license. Now, my name's Kat, but Catherine. Now, Catherine should not be that hard to spell, but I ended up, the final one that I thought, I ended up, and she was like, oh, can you just confirm your name? I was like, Catherine, and she was like, Catherine. I was like, yeah. And she had put de Catherine. She'd put a D in front of the C. So I was then de Catherine Sharp. I didn't want to be de Catherine, I just wanted to be Catherine. So we had to do the process again. And then finally, by that time, I was stressing out because Scott had come in after me and got out before me, and I was still stood there. So he was sat in the car waiting for me. I finally got out, checked my name was okay, and left. So then I'm trying to set up my car insurance. Now that I've got my driving license, I sent it all off to the garage, and loads of people were coming back and saying, oh, that's coming back as an incorrect driving license number. I was like, well, it can't be, it's printed on the paper. Let me send you a picture of the driving license. And after all of that, they had put my sex down as male. So when you're typing all the details in and you're putting Catherine, blah, 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 female, but then you put my driving license number, it comes back as not right. So first I was de Catherine of Ontario, and then I was Catherine the male. Like, I have no luck. So I'm still trying to sort all of this mess out now. I have got the car. I have finally got the car, but that will be in my next video because there's so much more stuff that's gone on that I want to tell you guys about. But let's keep it short and sweet. You've heard me ramble on for long enough. So I will end this video, and then you will see the next video, which is sort of will be after about a week of us getting out of quarantine. So thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to like and subscribe, keep watching the journey. It will have its ups and downs, I promise. Hopefully more ups and downs, but you never know. It's me. Thanks, guys.